I just don't feel safe. They didn't even pull me over. They just were following me.
Man,
so I really don't feel safe. I'm right here at KG. I had pulled over because they were following me.
Hey, ma'am.
Wow, they were really following me, and I didn't even do anything wrong. So
please, let him explain, ma'am.
Please come and pull up because I don't feel safe for my life, Mom.
Ma'am, stop.
Please, I don't feel safe for my life. Please do not walk up.
Ma'am, stop.
Please don't walk up. Mommy, please come. Please come.
Stop.
I feel like I'm being followed, and these men are.
On August 15th, 2021, a young woman was pulled over for an expired license plate. Her fears towards the police, combined with her need to assert control over the situation, led to a debate and conflict. When she contacted her mother via phone, the situation escalated, resulting in her arrest.
The police!
They're gonna hurt me, Ma. I didn't do anything wrong.
Stop walking.
Ma, I didn't do anything
We're
wrong.
the police.
Now they're following me. Please
Ma'am,
pull
we
out
are
of your
the police.
driveway. I knew I was being followed.
Ma'am,
and now they were truly hurting me. I feel like I'm getting harassed. Please, Mom.
We're the police. We have a legal reason to. You're not letting us talk. You're not letting us talk.
Ma, I saw them.
Ma'am, stop.
Okay, please hurry up, Mommy. Please hurry up because I don't feel safe. I don't feel. I'm a young black woman and they were following me off the freeway.
Ma'am,
what did I do wrong?
Ma'am,
please
stop. Let us talk.
What did I do wrong?
You were stopped for expired plates.
What did I do wrong?
I just told you.
Please come and help me. I know, I hear you.
No, get off the phone right now. Get off the phone right now.
I gotta get off the phone, Mommy, please come.
I'm gonna take the phone out of your hands if you don't.
Mommy, please come.
Please.
Okay, I'm not resisting arrest, but I just saw y'all were following me and I just wanted to understand what I did
Then why
wrong.
would you not let us talk and run away from us?
I didn't run away. I feel unsafe.
What do you mean you didn't run away? Your car is right there.
Because I felt I would be. You understand that I saw you guys following
me? Listen to me right now. Listen to me. Have we harmed you?
And then you took my phone. You won't let me talk to my mother?
No, we don't have to let you talk on the phone. How about you stop talking and explain? Let us explain what's going on.
Have we harmed you at all?
Literally, I've been seeing people dying in the street. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe right now. You're literally screaming at me because I want to speak to my mom because I knew I was being followed by cars.
You have no idea how this works.
By the police.
I didn't see you guys pull me over at all. You guys were following me and just turned on your lights when I turned around. When I pulled over,
walk back to your car, please.
And I didn't feel safe.
You have no idea how this works. We're gonna walk back to your car.
Please, can you give me my phone back?
No, okay. I'm not giving you your phone back.
How can't you give me my phone back?
Because you've been using it to talk.
Because I needed to call my mother because I knew I didn't feel safe. Sir, can you please give me my phone back? This is exactly what I'm talking about with the police. Why can't I have my device? How can I not be free?
You're not gonna answer that call. You're not gonna answer.
Mommy, he's literally not letting me take my phone. He's literally keeping me unsafe.
I'm not playing this game.
Wait, sir, please don't arrest me. Wait. Why am I getting arrested? What did I do wrong? Ma'am, what did I do wrong? Please. Okay, wait. No.
The woman resisted the officer's attempts to detain her, leading to a struggle that even resulted in one officer having their wrist broken. Such resistance is unacceptable and can lead to more serious injuries for both herself and the officers.
No, I didn't do anything wrong. This is what I'm talking about. Your hands behind your back. I didn't feel safe. Your hands behind your back. Please, I didn't do anything wrong.
I got this one.
I didn't do anything wrong, family, please. Okay, listen. I just called my mom because I didn't feel unsafe. Why are you arresting me right now? I'm not resisting.
You're being detained right now and you're literally resisting right now.
I'm not resisting, officer. I promise you I'm not resisting.
Smacking away his hand is resisting.
How? I didn't smack his hand. I just wanted to speak with my mom. I just wanted to speak with my mom, man. No, I'm not resisting. Please understand. I just wanted to tell you what was going on. And I wanted to speak with ma'am. No. Sir, I'm not resisting. Are you serious?
We're past the point.
What are we past?
You're being detained right now.
Why am I being detained, sir? Please.
We had a legal right to... All right, if you're not going to let me talk, I'm not talking to you.
Talk.
I'm not talking to you right now.
Okay, please talk. I will let you talk. I don't want to be detained.
I'm talking yet.
Okay, I'm going to be quiet. Please don't detain me. Please don't detain me, sir. I did nothing wrong. I will give you all the information you need. Please.
Take a seat.
Please.
Oh, double lock too.
Yeah. Please, I will give you all the receipts. I will give you everything you need. All my information is in the car.
Too late.
Why is it too late, sir?
Look at what the situation is.
Because you wouldn't let me talk to him. I didn't want to create it. Okay.
You're going to take a seat.
Sir,
You're going to get your phone. We're going to get your phone because that belongs to you. It's in the grass.
I didn't want to create a situation. Do you understand that I just don't feel safe right now?
It's too late.
It's not too late, please.
Take a seat.
What do you need from me? Sir, what do you need from me? I will not resist. I'm not resistant. I'm not compliant.
Do you have anything on you?
No, ma'am. Please let me.
Yeah, just get her info. I'm going to take a look at the
don't detain me.
the inside of the car.
I have nothing in my car. I've done nothing wrong. I just wanted to understand.
I got it. 1283 radio, RP, John Boy George, 8986, JBG, 8986, mother of the mother.
Where is she?
She's in the back of our car.
Why?
Hey, just no. We'll worry about that.
Okay.
Just figure out who you've got here. So we've got a couple of things that happened. Obviously,
Yeah.
she's obstructing. She had a physical act of obstructing. And we got the expired plates.
Mm-hmm.
You know who it is. I got cut on my hand, but I'm going to talk to Mom.
Okay.
Just get all the info on her, and then just explain exactly what was going on. Just be aware your fronts were not on. So you only had your back lights on, but you had the siren. She knew you were there. So she knew she was being stopped, and she got out of the car. She was totally not complying with orders. But I'm going to talk to Mom. I'm going to explain everything to her.
Okay.
Hey, Mom. I'm the training officer of the officer who initiated the stop with your daughter, so I can tell you everything from the beginning.
Okay.
So we're on the freeway. Coincidentally, she was turning left onto the freeway. We had no association with following her when she got on the freeway. Mm-hmm. And when we got on, at some point she made a turn in front of another car and kind of slowed traffic down, which seemed a little bit out of the ordinary. She hadn't committed any traffic violations. Mm-hmm. We saw her weaving within her lane. Again, not a traffic violation, but just a little bit concerning just because the time of night we're worried about impaired drivers. We checked her plate and the plates were expired as of May. So when we get onto Harvard, we initiate the stop and we just, chirp the siren. And really we wanted to make sure that she was not impaired, even though we had a legal reason to stop.
You know what? She had already called me because she said, "Ma, I think the cops are following me."
Yeah,
and I'm scared.
Yeah, she...
And I'm not, you see, it didn't take me too long to get here. I just hurried up and got out of the bed, but then I hear her screaming and she has a phobia of cops. And I know that she can go from 0 to 10.
We caught on that very quickly.
That's why
because
I was trying to get her to get off, stop, listen to me, calm down so that it does not escalate. And that's why I rushed up here, because I know she's scared.
Right. She was telling us that she told you exactly what she was telling us. She didn't feel safe with us being there. So she's on the phone and we're like, stop. She walked well past that bus stop
away from me.
And she starts kind of walking fast, not really running. So I cut her off and I'm like, let me explain the expired plates, and she just wouldn't let us talk. So I said, look, I'm not going to let you be on the phone.
Okay.
And she said, Mom, hurry up. So I grabbed her phone and I turned it off, because we have the right.
Still going.
We have the right to tell somebody to turn it off the phone, and she was not complying with any orders.
It was still going.
So she still wouldn't. She wasn't listening to us, and then she got to the point where she grabbed the phone again and she tried answering the phone, and I pulled away.
It was me.
And she would not listen to us. So we ended up trying to detain her, and as we were trying to detain her, she took us to the ground. I mean, she cut me up with the handcuffs, but
because you were trying to detain her, and she was scared.
But you have to understand the point. She can't run away from.
If she wasn't doing anything wrong.
She was.
Well, she had got out the car. The car was stopped. Okay, this car was stopped.
Yes.
She wasn't under arrest, and she was scared. I would.
But she's not free to go.
Unless she tells me. She's not free to go.
No,
once you pull her over.
Yeah, she's not free to go.
Until
business is taken care of for the nature of that stop.
So she can't just walk away, because we still have a job to do to identify, let her know the reason for the stop, and she wasn't letting us let us do that. We gave her multiple options. We said, let's walk back to your car. It's not like we got hands on. We didn't touch her until it was time to detain her. We did not touch her at any point, but
she had to be detained.
Let me explain.
And this is why she was on the phone. This is why she was on the phone with me.
The situation was.
The reason she was. I'm sorry. I just got up out of my bed.
Here, let me explain to you, just so you know what's going on. We saw her. This this female driving on the freeway, and her behavior was weird. She was pretty far in front of us, but we were close enough to where she could definitely see us in the rear view. And she was following the laws, using her blinker, but she clearly moved out of the lane that we were in so that we wouldn't see her. She's weaving in her lane, never crosses the plane, but suspicious enough where we're like, is something going on here? She gets off on Harvard, which we were going to get off on anyway. We checked the plate, and it's expired from May 21st. So we're like, let's stop the car, advise her that her plates are expired, and just make sure everything's okay, make sure she's not impaired. So he lights her up between Richmond and Eaton on Harvard, and instead of her going right, she turns left into this parking lot, and it looked like she was trying to turn left into this portion of the parking lot, but she got caught by the fence, so she stopped. She gets out of the car, and that's when I picked up the radio and called the plate on and put it back down. And we start telling her to get back in the car. She's not listening. We approach her, try to explain to her the reason of the stop. She's not giving us a second to talk because she's on the phone with her mom, saying she's scared. The police are here. I don't know what they're doing. They're following me. So we try stopping her, and then she starts kind of jog walking away from me, and I cut her off. And then I start yelling at her because I'm like, you got to stop walking. We don't touch her a single time during this whole thing. We just kind of surround her, trying to explain to her the reason for the stop and that she can't leave. She's not listening. I tell her to get off the phone. You got to get off the phone right now. She would not. That's when I take the phone from her. I press stop because of the safety concern, and I'm holding onto the phone in front of her, and she is, again, not letting us say a single word, and we're trying to walk her back to the car. We're like, walk back with us. Her mom calls, she answers the phone, I pull that away, and then that's when we get to the point where we're detaining her because she's literally not listening to anything we're doing.
She's literally smacking and pushing off Louise.
And so we try putting her in cuffs, and she starts running away. We get hands on right by the curb over here. We finally get her detained. At some point when we're putting cuffs on, I cut my wrist, but it was all it's all a traffic stop, and she just was walking. Yeah, I'm good.
She does have the odor of alcohol coming off.
I smelled it too. So I smelled a little bit of alcohol coming from her too.
She admitted to it in the back of the car.
So
Marty in the front. I don't know if you heard her.
I didn't hear her.
It was just a traffic stop to, again, figure out what was going on because we saw the weaving, and she just left the scene and would not let us talk to her. So it wasn't until we got her in cuffs that she said, I'll cooperate, I'll tell you everything you need to know, but she would not give us the opportunity to explain, and she was physically moving away from us and then physically resisted us when we were trying to detain her.
Where do you want to go with this now?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we've got obstructed. That's my biggest thing. She can't do this. So at the very least, we've got obstructed. All for a stop that she would not let us explain what was going on.
That probably would have been a verbal warning.
Yeah.
But
or just a quick, make sure she's good.
Yes, exactly. No, she obviously escalated this.
Yes.
Do we think she's intoxicated?
She said that she had a shot, but
I definitely smell it. I definitely smell it. The behavior that she exhibited, I know her mom says she's got a phobia, but that is not, in my opinion, sober behavior. I haven't done any invest. We haven't really taken those steps. If they've asked any questions, I wasn't a part of it.
I asked if she had anything because I could smell it on her breath, and she said I had a shot. I don't drink and drive. That's all she told me.
I don't drink and drive, but I had a shot. Okay.
Yes.
Has she been...
not Mirandized.
She has not?
No, I am.
I think we can Mirandize her and then ask further questions and see what we can get.
Yeah, at this point, with her actions, I don't feel comfortable with you doing sobriety tests here.
Okay. Back at the station, you mean? In the jail?
Yeah.
Okay. If
it may be that she's not intoxicated.
I mean, at the very least, we do have the obstructing. I mean, she is saying that we did this, but she did every step. She led us to this point.
Escalated.
We did not take her there. We were not abrupt with any of our movements. It wasn't until she got out of the car that, I started getting concerned of somebody getting out of the car. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what they have on them.
True.
So we immediately found out that she was by herself and that she was wearing clothing that you can tell she didn't have any weapons or anything on her. But yeah, I think obstructing at the very least. And then we can do sobriety tests or whatever in the jail. I'm okay with taking it that far. If we don't get anything, then it is what it is. But we have obstructing. I will. I'm going to let Mom know and then we'll see if she needs any property out of the car, and we'll get it towed.
The smell of alcohol emanated from the woman, and she admitted to having been drinking. While it cannot be concluded that she was driving under the influence, this admission raises concerns and further questions her judgment in the incident.